Hello and welcome to another Clash Royale video. Today we're going to be having a look at the 2.9 Minor Poison deck, which I picked up from a streamer called Tag. He's in my featured channels if you'd like to check him out. I thought this would be the start of a new series called Pick Up and Play. I normally play Golem and Beatdown. I've never played Minor Control, so I thought I'd have a look, give it a few games, record the results and see what happens. So let's jump straight into it. So you'll see on the right hand side of the screen the deck is made up of Skeletons, Ice Spirit, Log, Knight, Minor, Poison, e-wiz and Inferno Tower. There's not many substitutions you can make with this deck, but you can swap out the Log for Zap, and if you really need to, the e-wiz for Archers, but the deck doesn't work out quite so well. The idea of the deck is to use the Minor during single elixir time to chip down the opponent, and hopefully each time you will defend and then counter push, and in double elixir you can then Minor and Poison to try and get the tower damage you need to win the game. Most of the wins will come at 1 tower to 0. It's rare that you'll get a 2 tower victory. So we'll join the match in the second minute. It's been playing in the background. You'll see that I'm a bit down on tower damage, about 1500 compared to the opponent's 2300. I poisoned there because it was good value, the wizard being 5 elixir, the wizard being 4. Got counter push coming my way with the prince and the e-wizard, so I dropped my knight to block that, then dropped the ice spirit to buy me a little bit of time. I dropped the e-wiz then just to finish the knight off, but I probably didn't need to do that because the tower would have taken it out anyway. The opponent drops the e-barbs and I have nothing to defend with, so I have to drop a Minor defensively, which you want to avoid normally at all costs. So I'm a bit low on elixir, sit down and recharge a little bit, back up to 6 and 7. The idea being that I should be able to try and get a little bit of damage coming up for double elixir time. So I'm about to hit full, drop the knight just to cycle. Opponent dropping his ice wizard just to cycle and do the same, I think. Drop my e-wiz to back up the knight. Losing a bit of elixir there as I'm sat on 4. So I get the Minor, I get the poison. Leave into double elixir. This is what you want to do to try and get the majority of your damage. Drop the Inferno Tower to kill everything. Drop the Knight and the Skellies and the Ice Spirit just to delay everything and let the Inferno Tower clear that all up. So nothing on the board, we both reset. So I get the Minor and the Poison out again to get that chip damage on the tower. Probably shouldn't have placed the Minor where I did because it allowed the Ice Wizard to slow him down, so I didn't get much damage. Drop the Inferno Towers to defend, got eaten up by the Prince and the e-wiz on the other side of the bridge. I dropped it too high so he was able to continually reset it. Drop the Skellies, drop the Ice Spirit just to save myself some damage, and at the moment we're looking pretty even. I've got 1300 health, the opponent's got 1000. So I'm doing alright. So I dropped the Knight to stall the e-barbs, got the Inferno Tower doing some damage, but I dropped it too far over to aggro the wizard, so he's done quite a bit of damage to my tower. I'm down to 615 health. Get the Minor out again. The opponent very nicely predicts where I'm going to drop him and manages to surround him with the Skarmy. One of the big things about playing Minor Poison, I noticed from Tag, was that you need to mix up your Minor placement so that the opponent can't do that to you. So lesson learned for me. So I take a bit more damage, so I'm down to 159. The opponent's still got 678, so it's not looking good for me at the moment. I mix up the Minor placement this time and drop him right in front of the Prince, which was a stupid thing to do. Quite a few mistakes by me at this point, so it's no surprise that I go on to lose. Try it in desperation to try and save the game. Drop an e-wiz to take out the Ice Wizard. Drop Skellies. Everything I can to try and save some tower damage. Drop the Ice Spirit to kill the Skarmy, drop Skeletons to distract it, block that away, drop the Knight to distract them all. Down to 31 health. I only need one miner onto the other side to win, but I drop my e-wiz too late and he gets one smack on the tower and I lose. 70 health on their tower. No fun for me. So I get into the second game. We're against a Golem deck this time. Typically Minor Poison does pretty well against Golem. The main reason being that you can keep the pressure up with the miner on the opposite tower. And you've also got the Inferno Tower in there to take out the Golem, and the Poison to take out any support troops, so minions, Minion Horde, Night Witch. So we get the game going. I've got to drop a miner on the other side to get the chip damage, drop a Knight to distract the Executioner so that the tower can take him out. I've got split barbs coming towards me now, so I drop the e-wiz on one side to take them out, drop the Skellies to distract the other two, followed by the Ice Spirit. Didn't have much left to defend the tower there, so I'm just going to have to eat that damage. Fortunately the e-wiz on the other side is going ham, destroying that tower. We're down to 1600 health. You'll see the opponent dropped a pump, so I immediately flung a Minor Poison over there to get as much value as I can and stop them getting that elixir advantage. So I was almost full, dropped the Knight, dropped the Skeleton to try and get some chip damage, dropped the Ice Spirit. He freezes the Executioner, get a couple of swings by the Knight on the tower, and I've got an Executioner coming my way. Send the miner in to get that chip damage again, e-wiz for the minions, and cycle back to the Knight to take out the Executioner. You'll see from this deck that the amount of times that I'm able to get to Miner, Knight, Skellies, Ice Spirit, it cycles very quickly at 2.9 elixir. So we distract those barbarians well, don't take too much damage. Log just to make sure. And we're already back to the Minor Poison again. Opponent drops that pump for the second time in the match. And as the King Tower is already activated, I send the poison in and poison the whole lot, and then the miner to the tower where I've done the most damage. So we're now in double elixir time. This is typically where the Golem user has the biggest advantage, because they can get quite a lot of support behind that Golem. So I drop the Inferno Tower early, to the left, drag it as far as I can so that it's in the range of both of my towers. Get the Ice Spirit in there to freeze everything, chuck in a log just to damage everything I can because it offers good value. Get the Knight in there to distract the Executioner. Fortunately he had no elixir, so he couldn't tornado to get everything in front of the tower. The deck cycled so quickly I was able to get back to the Inferno Tower again before the Golem made it to my Princess Tower. So Minor Poison over into that weak tower, take advantage of double elixir time myself. Got the Inferno Tower down from before, which is now eating that Golem. e-wiz is doing some damage to the minions, lightning comes down, it's pretty close at the moment, 283 health on my tower, 142 on his. Drop that Knight to kill that Golemite and stop any chip damage because it's going to come down to the wire. Drop the poison, he drops his barbarians to block the miner, which was clever on his part, but instead I just log and take the win. So we're down to the third game. We're against a giant Night Witch Bandit deck this time. So waiting for 10 elixir so that I can drop that first card. I'm guessing it will be a miner on their tower to get that chip damage. Drop the Ice Spirit as well to try and maximise that. Opponent drops Minion Horde. I drop the poison as it offers good value. 4 elixir versus the 5 elixir minions, and I get some tower damage as well. So I'm already nearly 600 damage ahead. Opponent drops the Night Witch, which I would have liked to have had the poison for because it kills the bats and everything else. So I get the Knight down at the back to cycle, get the Inferno Tower down and the Skeletons to try and deal a little bit of extra damage. He zaps them and the Inferno Tower, but I'm then able to use the Ice Spirit to freeze the giant and let the Inferno Tower finish him off. Inferno Tower then finishes the Night Witch. So that's good value for me with the Inferno Tower there. So I've got the Knight back in my hand, send him over to get some more chip damage. Got the e-wiz ready for the minions. Bandit comes down. Should have dropped my Knight a little bit quicker there to save my e-wiz. And I should have dropped it closer to the Bandit so that she didn't get that charge damage on the Knight. I dropped some skellies at the back just to take that miner out a little bit quicker. So I've got a giant coming my way, all my troops are pretty much dead. Fortunately I'm back at full elixir so I can drop that Inferno Tower. Minion Horde comes down to destroy the Inferno Tower and hopefully let the giant get through, but that didn't work. Pulled the poison out, killed all the minions, and now the giant's dead. When you're playing the deck like this, Inferno Tower placement is quite important. If you can get it as far over as you can, it means that the giant has to walk further and get shot by both towers, meaning it gets killed quicker. So I sent my miner over again, got killed by the bandit, dropped those skellies at the bridge to stop her getting the charge attack, follow that up by the knight so that she dies quickly. Get the e-wiz in behind and hopefully get some chip damage, but the opponent pulls in that minion horde. So I switched up the placement of the Inferno Tower this time so that he can drop his minion horde at the bridge. Drop the poison as well so that the minions get killed on the way in. Drop the e-wiz just to stall the giant so that he doesn't do too much damage. So the e-wiz walks across the bridge, the opponent does nothing with him and he does quite a bit of damage to the tower. Got full health knight also on the way from smacking the miner, and I'm back doing chip damage to the right hand tower. So I swapped up my Inferno Tower placement again, dropped it high at the bridge to try and kill that giant early. Unfortunately it didn't work because the minion horde came down. Dropped the defensive poison, dropped the e-wiz to minimise the amount of damage I'm going to take. Giant still got 2 or 3 punches on my tower which hurt. So we've got the knight going across again, he's tanking for the miner, and that lets me get a little bit of damage. Dropped the poison as well, he dropped the Night Witch. And the poison was good value there because it killed not only the Night Witch but her bats as well. Opponent's got the minor minion horde coming in again, so I dropped the e-wiz on top. Almost kill them. Dropped the knight to kill the miner. Used the skellies to distract the minion horde, but it is coming down to the wire. Got 227 health on my tower. Final minor poison. Get that over there and the game was won. So all in all it seemed to go quite well for me, but I'll just show you my history of games. You'll see that with the minor poison there was more defeats than wins. For me, I found this was a very high skill cap deck, and it's not one that I could pick up and play easily, even though I've had lots of experience with the game. So if you're going to give minor poison a go, I think you need a lot of practice. I think you need to know what's in the opponent's hand and be good at predicting what's going to happen. If you like this video, please smack that like button below. If you'd like to see more Clash Royale content, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.